Hello, everybody. Oh god, that's too loud. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. Where's my timers? Hold on. I see we got bread piling in. Hello. Hope you're doing well tonight. Just slight multitasking. Okay. Drop that in. Start the timer. Hello, everybody. We are back once again with some more Castlevania. Now, everyone in the house has a cough, including myself. So you can hear my throat is not great. It wasn't great yesterday either. I will occasionally have to... Let's go over here for a second. Hello. Yes. So, my voice is not great. I will be muting occasionally to cough, just like last time. Let me just... Why is that for a second? So it's not as bright, but it's still bright. So yeah, I will be muting occasionally to cough. I haven't really shown off my controller yet, but I think I should because I quite like it. So this is the 8BitDo SN30 Pro here. It is essentially a Super Nintendo controller, but it has the addition of dual analog and L and RZ buttons. So, plus it's got like a home button and whatever, because it's supposed to be Switch compatible. It's got motion controls in there, but we don't really use that. But this is, oh, you have one of those. Very nice, bread. I love this. I got it in like September, and it is so nice. It is so nice. I thought, maybe I wouldn't like it because of the lack of handle grips, but yes, it does have the clicky here. L3 and R3 right there. Does have the clicky L3 and R3, and it is so nice. It is real nice controller. I thought I wouldn't like moving the analog sticks around because there's no grips, but it's just fine. It feels nice. I mean, previously I was using just a DualShock 4, and that was just a pain in the ass. But this, real nice. Also, I was using the DualShock 4 with a cord, which is why it was a pain in the ass. You used one of these to play Scorn. Fucking nice, bread. That's very cool. I should really add a chat box to this scene. There we go. Right behind the Genesis. Shrink that up a little bit. Wait, has my webcam always been 4:3? That's weird. Oh well. But yeah, this is my controller of choice right now. It's very nice. But yeah. Syncs up really well. You hold start and X for PC. Make it think it's an Xbox controller. Hold start and Y for the Switch controller, which is very nice. The only thing I don't like, and this is more of a RetroArch thing than this, but what I don't like with RetroArch is that it uses A and B for A and B on the NES style games, and RetroArch specifically, not this controller, but it uses A and B for A and B, which I do not like, because when I play NES games on an emulator, I set them up like Super Mario All-Stars, where it's Y and B, and that's more comfortable for my thumb. It just I gotta hold this thing backwards, but it's just more comfortable for my thumb because I can just rock back and forth, while with this setup on A and B, I gotta kind of jump back and forth, and it doesn't feel right at all. It feels very wrong. But yeah. Let me launch RetroArch. I go back and forth between Arch and Arc, but I quite like Arch, RetroArch. Then okay. Up over to game capture. There we go. Run. Oh, you know what? We should close the music. Please show up. There we go. How much time is left on my tea before I can take out the bag? Okay, 1 minute. Alright, let's fucking rock. Right away, we got the whip upgrade. Very nice. No! So I learned there was a secret right there. Oh, fuck. I didn't think they'd come from the right. That's where I came from. Or from the left, I mean. Oh. That is my tea timer. Stop. Move that there. Now we give it some time to cool. Okay. Now we have the holy water. Now I have been informed that once you get the holy water, you should not let it go. It kind of acts like a stun locking thing. Fuck. No! Okay, we're good, we're good. I turned it down slightly? Looks like I did. There we go. I love the Gilman just leaping out. It's so cool. You know, I should get one of those programs that shows what buttons you're inputting. There's the bat up there. Excavator. Hey, we got him. Just a touch too hot. Okay. I did hit the whip button. Just a hair too close, though. Excavator 5. Okay. Yes. Shit. Okay. Fuck! No. I always really underestimate their arcs. Oh, I did the shortcut. Nice. Did not think I'd be able to do that. Fuck. Shit. Nope. I was hoping for a secret. And I'm dead. That guy. No! Ooh. They kind of overlapped each other there. Was there one right here? No? Okay. Ooh. Was it right here? Did not crouch in time. Fuck. Oop. Just nope right away from him. Not what I meant to do, but okay. No, I was facing the wrong fucking way. There we go. Perfect. Vampire Hunter Arsenal. Oh, I must have gotten everything. Nice. Okay. Whoops. Jumped a little too early. Come on. Past these assholes. Okay. So far, so good. Fuck. Okay. Fuck! And now we don't have... Now we don't have the holy water. Oh, that was the most important thing. Sorry about that. Not mean to do that. Fuck. Fuck. Get down here. Hate those things. My last chance, I guess. Level. Hey, Atomos! How are ya? Oh, it's so good to see you. Yeah. I've been trying to do a new, schedule-y thingy. Yeah, it's so good to see ya. Yeah, give me... Yeah! We got him. Now, as long as we can get to the next boss with the holy water, we can beat him. And I haven't beaten them yet, but I've gotten so close. And I figured out... I learned something. Number one, you can't kill Igor. You can't kill Igor, but you can kill the monster. So we're gonna beat level 4. Probably. How far in are we? Only... Okay. So we can spend the next 45 minutes on this level. 45 to hour 15 minutes on this level. Thanks, man. By the way, how's Harmless Content going? What, Oh, it's Harmless Halloween right now, isn't it? Shit! There's the holy water. We can't get any more weapons. Fuck! I guess Sunday is the last of the Harmless Halloweens. Or maybe Tuesday was, I don't know. But... War of the Worlds! Oh, I remember a few years ago when you did War of the Worlds. That was so cool. Question. Would I be a terrible uncle if I used War of the Worlds to scare the shit out of my nephew? Probably. Nope. Because every once in a while he asks me, is the news real? Oh god. We got him. Wait for that to disappear. Would be the coolest uncle. I mean, my mom would kill me. But, like, it would be so funny. But, like, no, my mom would kill me. Oop. Yes! We got him. We beat level 4. Belmont Excavator 11 walking, or no, 12 walking on edge. Mighty Crusader number 4 walking on the edge. Thank you. I am so excited. Now I'm going to see part of the game I've never seen. Oh, this is going to be awesome. So yeah, we just beat level 4. And we're level 5. Oh god, both. This game is so fucking cool. Gonna wait for that to disappear. It's still amazing. Dry bones like bastards, aren't they? That was lucky. Oh, now I can't get up there. That's okay. We're doing good, though. Oh my god. I am so hyped right now. Oh, the music is amazing. If you ever get the chance to look it up, look for the MSX version, or the version of this for the MSX computer, and the music for that is it's the same songs, but the arrangements are so good. We got him. That took a lot out of me, though. I'm gonna die. Oh, that was, yeah, the track I played at the beginning. That was, I'm sure you've heard of OC Remix, right? Overclocked Remix, the community of, fan musicians who make their own custom arrangements of the songs, and they put it up for free. That was called, shit, what was it called? I'll just flip back and look. It was called Of Whips and Strings Medley by Super Guitar Bros. That was it, yeah. And usually I pick whatever the loading screen music is going to be like minutes before the stream starts. For the first stream, or for the first stream of that game, I mean. And that was a good choice. It's so good. When I play the PS1 version of Planet of the Apes, which I'm working through kinda at the same time, I, shit. Excuse me a moment, I've got a cough. Oh, you mean coughing midstream? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coughing is everybody's favorite Pokemon, so why not imitate coughing? What did you mean specifically? Great idea for content creation, I'm not quite sure. You mean using OC remix songs? Yeah. Yeah, totally. Or just OC in general. Whoa. The whole retro theme I'm going with, yeah. Pretty much at the moment, nothing is off limits as long as it's before the 360. I can whip the axes. And he's gone. That makes everything so easier. Yeah, I'm still doing the Doom stuff, but like, but I want to do both, and you can't really do both, because the people who come in for the retro stuff, or the non-Doom stuff, are, when they come back and see I'm playing Doom, they don't want to watch Doom. But the people who come in for Doom, they see me doing the non-Doom stuff, and like, why aren't you playing Doom? So, I want to do both, so I moved Doom to another platform. And so far, I'm having a lot more fun with streaming, being able to still do both without it affecting my audience. Although it's a lot like starting over on both platforms. It's a lot like starting from zero on both platforms when I do it. Oh. Shit. Oh, you bastards. But yeah. Pretty much nothing is off limits as long as it's pre-Xbox 360. Maybe a little bit of Wii, but pretty much stuff on the classic controller. Yeah, exactly. You can't please everyone, but if you can find ways to have fun and please people. So, dividing platforms seemed like the best way to go. Come on. There we go. Do I really need the axe? Not really. Hopefully, within the next couple times that I play this, Do tell, Brett. I love fun facts. Tell me. But hopefully within the next couple times I play this, I will be able to beat it. Because I feel like since last night I've improved a lot. Oh, that timing is so bad. But I feel like I'm going to beat it soon since now we're at level 5. The central nucleus of a syllable does not in fact have to be a vowel. Define central nucleus. Why do they gotta jump? I mean, I know a syllable is each individual sound of a word. Hate those things. But I don't quite know what you mean by nucleus. You will now attempt to explain the traditional way syllables are described. So it's not the individual sounds in a word? Sorry, the individual sounds within each beat of the word, technically. That's how I would describe a syllable. Anyways, so once I beat Castlevania, I might beat Undertale first, I'm not quite sure. But once I beat both, I'm definitely moving on to other games. What I want to do is... So, 2 days a week of the main game, and there will be two main games that alternate each week. And then there will be the secondary... There will be secondary game for the third day. And I gotta and Planet of the Apes is the current secondary game. So the way a syllable works is that a vowel is the central nucleus in a to a piece of a word with the surrounding set of consonants. Okay. So small. The A is the central nucleus. Okay. Yeah. Ouch, I didn't even press up that time. Yes, we got the holy water. Now, in a round, is it the O or is it the U? What would a word be that doesn't follow that rule? Ooh, excellent question. Is it a round? No, wait. Why would it be a round? Actually, maybe the R is the central nucleus in a round. Because the R feels very strong. But anyway, so I'm thinking... Let me take a sip of this. So I'm thinking, what would be a great game to follow up Castlevania after this? Doesn't have to be supernaturally themed or horror themed or whatever. Just a fun game. I'm not quite sure. It could go... Nothing is off limits in terms of platform. The only thing I think would be off limits is JRPGs at the moment, because I feel like JRPGs you need a an audience to sustain your ability to read so much. Also, the central vowel in around is actually a diphthong. Right. Because there are more vowel sounds expand beyond A, E, I, O, U. My favorite vowel is schwa, by the way. I love schwa. Can you fucking not? Oop. So I'm avoiding, JRPGs for the moment. I have played... Okay, so I've never played any Final Fantasy game on stream, but let me tell you my history of, with Final Fantasy. So, I have this game on... I used to have this game on PlayStation called Tobal. And Tobal was a 3D fighter. So what does that have to do with Final Fantasy? Almost nothing, except for the fact that it came with the demo for Final Fantasy VII. Now, my demo for Final Fantasy VII is broken. I can't select anything, so as soon as you get off the train and the dialogue thing opens, I can't do shit. I've tried X, circle, square, and triangle, none of them work. I've tried select, start, I've tried R1, L1, and the two triggers. Doesn't work. I've tried the D-pad, doesn't select anything. Tried turning on dual analog, not doing anything. But I don't know where my copy of Tobal went on the disc, but I still have the Final Fantasy VII demo. So that's my history with Final Fantasy VII. But I have played 2 more Final Fantasy games. About 45 minutes, 3 hours of one, 45 minutes of the other. The next one I played was Dirge of Cerberus on PS2, which was, I think it was more like an action RPG. You were playing with a gun or something. And then I also had, I also got to rent, oh god, this is going back a few years, but I rented from Blockbuster, a copy of Crystal Bearers on the Wii for like 3 hours, and I was able to play it for 3 hours, but I rented it for a weekend, and the opening scene of that game is amazing. Like, you're like skydiving around like an airship, and you're like shooting stuff using the Wiimote. It was amazing. It was amazing. Crystal Chronicles Crystal Bearers is what it was called, and that is kind of my history with Final Fantasy. Now, another Square Enix franchise, excuse me, that I have history with. Small history, let me grab it. Where the fuck is that? I got this thing for $8. I got this game for $8. The FF Pixel remasters are very well done for PC. I will probably be emulating, but anyways, switching to this scene for a second. Still got the price tag on it, but I got this game for $8. Another Square Enix franchise. Oh, I gotta flip this. How do I flip? You know, it's probably in the transform. Oops. Transform. Flip horizontal, so we flip this way for a second. This, right here, is Dragon Warrior, which, for the first 4 games, I think, was the name of the Dragon Quest series in North America. So I am very happy to have a physical copy of this. And that is my only experience with Dragon Quest. Well, almost. For my cousin's birthday, I did get him a DS copy of one of the Dragon Warrior remakes, or Dragon Quest remakes. I should probably flip that back, actually. Oh, it's already flipped back. Ooh. Yeah. OBS over here, chat over here. We're good. OBS, do your thing. Okay. But I'm gonna avoid JRPGs for now. Just because. Yeah. But I'm not quite sure what to play. What did you love? What did you folks love? Because Brett, I know you grew up with the Super Nintendo. Atomos, I know you're immortal. You were there for the Magnavox Odyssey and that thing from Back to the Future 3. That's a joke, of course. Although it might be better suited for Hick. Oh, that's what I get for making fun of Atomos. Also, that thing from... Why did I call it that thing from Back to the Future 3? I should have called it the aim trainer from Back to the Future 3, or the target practice thing. But that thing? Ooh. You know, if somebody were to make an Odyssey emulator, I feel like they would have to code the Odyssey from the ground up and pre-include the overlays and basically just code a new Odyssey from the ground up. I think it would be easier to do that than replicate the Odyssey, because I think it's like... basically pre-microchip, so it's done through like gates and stuff. I think. I could be wrong. If the Odyssey is done through all gates, it should be really easy to make one in Minecraft, though. I'd hardly call the Odyssey a game. Actually, I feel like it's more accurate to compare the Odyssey to plug-and-play consoles than a game console. Oh, by the way, Atomos, I know you love your physical media. I built a thing. Hold on. So right up there, that is a CD shelf that I built, and every shelf has like 19 CDs on it, and I'm just going through them at random, and I'm having so much fun with it. Physical media, the best. That's kind of interesting. I didn't notice this block before. I'm not even going in any particular order, I'm just doing a random order. And it's even more fun that way. Secret? No? Thought I'd try. So, actually, let me pull up my Google Sheet and tell you what I found, because I know a little bit of what's in there. Like, I know there's like... I know Nevermind is in there, and... No, wrong Google Sheet. And I know, not Dookie, Basket Case is in there. No, wrong one. CD shelf, there it is. So far I have found, Colin Ray, All I Can Be. There's one good song on that. Oh, and I found Hot Shot by Shaggy. That was so cool. Um, so remember how I said I was going at random? I wasn't, and just listening to whatever I grabbed. Uh, Home for Christmas by Amy Grant. Do not recommend. Uh, pain in the ass. That was just a pain in the ass to listen to. Physical media is great until you have to move, right? Then after that is I listened to In Between Evolution by the Gradually Hip. And then I listened to Lucy by Candlebox, which that is a great album. I fucking love that. That's probably my favorite of the ones I went through so far. Um, then after that, I found a CD single, which was very interesting because they're a lot thinner than jewel cases, and the cover doesn't go all the way around like a full CD case would. It goes part of the way like a cassette, which I thought was kind of cool. And I have yet to listen to it, but I just ripped it to the hard drive, which blasphemous I know. But Meatloaf, Bad Outta Hell 2, Back into Hell, and I'm gonna be listening to that soon. Just in my own time. And I feel like most of these are from like my parents' collection from like between like 1991 and 2004. Well, there's 3 Bad Outta Hells I found out, not just one. But this is specifically the one with I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. But yeah. I'm having so much fun with just going through those. Did you ever catalog all your tapes, by the way? Because I know you got a lot of tapes. Which I am envious of, by the way. I am so envious. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm having so much fun there. And one day I would love to get into tapes. Or cassettes, but I call them tapes, but they're cassettes because but I call them tapes because they got tape in them. You know what I mean. Fuck. Oh, stop leaping, you bastard. Tried to catalog all the stuff, but you may have to leave that for other generations to finish. Oh, that's a lot. Should have started early. You should have started early. It took oh god. Yeah, thankfully, as soon as I listen to it, I am ripping it to my hard drive. And I'm so glad ripping is an option. Windows Media Player. Sometimes it's just like, for that one feature, it is more useful than VLC. Because VLC's RIP feature is like hidden behind a bunch of nonsense. Oh, I meant to... Oop. So yeah, and as I'm listening to them, I enter them into the Google Sheet and write down what, and put down what shelf they're on and stuff. Crazy thing is, that would take 5 years to listen to every track played one after the other. Your OCD is strong. Oh god. Yeah. I remember, Sorry, why do I remember this? This is not too long ago. I don't know why I started with I remember, but I have a Beatles playlist that is every Beatles song. This is on Spotify, but it's every Beatles song in chronological order, or from release order. Except I kind of moved around a few singles here and there. Like I moved anyways, it's 10.5 hours long, something like that, and I can bet that piles up real fast over the years. Anyways, so the side note about moving so a few singles around. I felt like, in terms of the listening experience, I felt like I Saw Her Standing There was a better opening than the single version of Love Me Do. So I moved that to after the Please Please Me album, and I don't know, it's just like a very nice opening. And yes, there have been a few days where I just listened to it from start to finish, and that's so much fun. There was also like a week where, when I got to my computer, I would the first thing I would open up was Spotify and just turn on the album McCartney 1, and I would play that on loop all day for a whole week. Nightmarish, I know. But it's a really good album anyways. Okay. I need to listen to more Paul McCartney, and also I need to listen to more Wings. Actually, there was a while back where I tried to do a personal project where I put all the Beatles single albums, or the solo albums, and singles, or non-album singles, into a little Google Sheet in release order. And I didn't finish that, but I wanted to do everything in release order until You're on the Fence with Wings. Oh, that's a shame. I really love Wings. At least from the first two albums I've heard, Wildlife and Red Rose Speedway. I love those albums. Those two are so good. Come on. Just something about it. A lot of people don't like how Paul is, like, very, like, cheesy, romantic, and sentimental. Or that grades on people after a while, but that's kind of my favorite part about Beatles songs. But I wanted to do everything from 1970 until 1984, which I think was Milk and Honey, the last Lennon release, but I could be wrong there. Whatever the last Lennon release was, which unfortunately was posthumous. Maybe a posthumous release is fortunate, or unfortunate that he died is what I'm trying to say. Okay, we're going places. There's this one song, I forget what the movie was, but a friend of mine really loves this movie, and there's this one joke in it where, some guy's like, what's that one Wing song that goes, "Love, take me down into the streets," and this one guy's like, that's not a Wing song, nobody sings that song. What are you talking about? And then some guy happens to know it, and later on he's like, no, that's not a Wing song. Nobody, the main guy is still saying that. That's not a Wing song. Nobody sings that song. Ouch. And then at the end credits, there is a song playing. It's "Love, Take Me Down." And in the credits, it is credited to not Wings. And it was a song made specifically for the movie. Just to play in the credits for that joke. And, the guy singing it is from one of those To the Streets, yeah, I'm pretty sure. "Love, Take Me Down to the Streets" or something like that. Hold on. I'm sure I can find it and figure out what the movie is. And I'm sure it would be a great thing to add to the show. It's from Role Model, starring Paul Rudd. If you can find it, that would be a great thing to play in harmless content, and you can give it like "Love, Take Me Down to the Streets" by not Wings, but you say, and that's my favorite Wings song. Oh, that'd be a good joke. But nobody would get it. Oop. Oh, I remember this bit from the AVGN video. So I've never played a Castlevania game before, and my only experience with it... Nobody getting it is the theme of the show. Oh. Wow, it really is, isn't it? Oh god. Yeah, no, because like, oh god, like Green Acres, right? Because that's an that is like an aging reference that fewer and fewer people get. Like I had never heard of Green Acres before harmless content. Did it just pause on me? That's weird. I didn't press the pause button. Ooh. Shit. And I've never seen a clip of... Okay, I've seen one clip of Green Acres, and that was, like, outside of the stream, the only thing I've seen of Green Acres is, the one guy trying to get his chickens, or... The one guy, I guess, bought, like, chickens that lay square eggs, and the guy who sold him the chickens was, like, wants the chickens back because he thinks he can make money off of it. And he's like, of course, how ca- it was so wrong of me to, tell you, chickens with such a deformity. Let me give you your money back, but he just wanted it because he could make money off it. And still, my favorite, but, like, of the things I've heard, from Green Acres, because I've only heard it, I've never watched it, my favorite one is, trying to start a bank account for the pig. Oh my god, that was so good! I made some weird jokes in the chat during some harmless content broadcasts. Like, I'm pretty sure I faked in-jokes at one point. Or I made a joke like there was an in-joke that there wasn't. At several points, like, I'm pretty sure I made a joke that Sparks owed Asai like $5, or something like that. And I think I did that for like 2 months. Why'd I do that? I should not have done that. But, like, harmless content is the perfect place for that. We're just making up inside jokes that don't exist. Do it right, he despawns, yeah. I just realized something. Technically, that was the concept for the show when it started, to be honest. Yeah, but I just realized, technically, let's say if you fall off the face of the earth for 1,000,000 years, your old audio show, which I don't know if you still do, but you did for a while, punchline for a joke that was never written. I love that. But I just realized, if you, let's say you die or whatever, and nobody knows what to do with your data, or how to get it, the audio drama you did will become lost media. And there's something cool and spooky about that, like I'm not saying hide it forever, but the idea of lost media is like a cool and spooky thing, you know? And like, technically, you're the only one with a copy of that show. So it's like lost media. Like London After Midnight. The scariest thing is... There's something kinda cool about, like, a film being lost. Because, as good as Nosferatu is, right? it's that much cooler because it was lost for a while, you know? Like, it was lost until, I think, basically... It was lost from, like, 1925 until 1980, or something like that. Came out in 22, and then it was lost for 1980. And, or another thing, going back to a Lon Chaney film, I'm not telling you to turn into lost media, because I would love for that thing to be preserved. But there is something cool about the story of something being lost for a while. And, there's 2 removable hard drive with all the shows since the start. There are only a few people that have heard the whole story. I have never heard the whole story. I think I've listened to, like, 3 episodes most. But in a way, isn't that kind of what happens to radio dramas when they're new? Like, any classic radio drama, I'm sure, like, you don't hear all of it. You might hear scattered episodes at most. And then maybe 30 years later it could have gotten released to tape. Maybe. But anyways, so I was another technically lost film, but not really. The 20s Phantom of the Opera. Why is my nose itchy? The 20s Phantom of the Opera. There are multiple versions of that thing, and the ones we have now are definitely not the original film. Like, it contains bits of the original film. Like, it's the film, it covers the plot and stuff, and there's, like, maybe 2 missing scenes at most. But, they came back to do a sound remake, and, they filmed... Okay, so they filmed it from 2 different angles, just slightly off from each other. Technically, it's 3D, but that's a whole other argument. That's a whole other conversation. So, some versions use one camera angle, some versions use another camera angle. Just depends on the release. And then there's the, they came back a few years later to do a sound version without Lon Chaney because he was licensed to another company. And then in the 50s they did it again, but there was like the whole thing with the Lantern Man, and nobody knows where the hell that came from. And there's just a million different versions of that movie, but the original 22 version doesn't exist. Doesn't exist! Does not exist, and nobody knows what happened to it or how we got where we are with it. So that is technically a lost film. Fuck. I should pay attention to my health. Also technically a lost film, The Room. What do I mean by that? What I mean is Tommy Wiseau read in a How to Make a Movie book that basically it told him that you could direct the movie in digital or onto film, and he interpreted as you should direct it onto digital and film. So he was filming to both digital and film at the same time, and he released the film version, and like, he edited the digital version so it looks basically like it's the same movie, in the same edits, in the same way, but on digital. But we will never see the digital version. Or maybe we'll never see the film version. We'll never see one version of that movie. Years back, you started doing old radio dramas on Sunday nights. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's insane how much has been lost. I mean, Doctor Who is like textbook intro to Lost Media 101. Hold on a second, I need to cough. Good tea. Doctor Who is like textbook, is like a, if you research history of Doctor Who, it is like a lost media 101 class. Because, like, oh my god, it's like Indiana Jones they're trying to find it. Like, they find it in, like, radio stations in, like, India and TV stations in, like, Nigeria that could never have gotten access to it. And the only way they could have gotten access to it is if it was sold to them through a chain of, like, 16 other TV stations. And, like, but it's not completely lost, it's only partially lost, because, like, telesnaps and people putting their microphone of their tape machine up to the TV in, like, 1964. Whoops. So not everything is fully lost. So yeah, you can kind of see how I'm a nerd about everything, not just video games. Which kind of explains how you know me. Because... fuck. Because we met through a radio through an online radio station for Star Trek, because I was googling Star Trek IRC channels in like 2016. Who was looking for IRC in 2016? Oh, and you'll never guess. Well, I mean, it's still there, but everyone uses Discord now. And I like Discord, it's more convenient. But the thing I don't like about Discord is that you cannot, like, host your own servers on your own computer like you can with TeamSpeak or IRC, which means if the company goes, Discord goes, the platform. And that sucks. That really sucks. Fuck. But, yeah. Oh, this will be a bit of a throwback. I remember who was... it is a tough level. The newest level is always the toughest one in this game. The difficulty curve is not a curve, it is a slope. It is a slope. It's a slope. But yeah, you will never guess. I can't believe I remember this, but I do remember this. Try and guess which DJ was hosting at the time that I found the place, because somebody was hosting. It was not the auto DJ, the emergency musical hologram, which is the coolest thing. No, although that within a few days I did watch, it was a few days later was a Mondays, but no, it was Doc. And there's no way in hell that Doc remembers me, but it was Doc. Who else was on at the time? David? Does David still do his Thursdays? Let's see, there was also Nightfly. And Time Lord. I remember Time Lord was so mean to me. Like, he was just joking around, but, like, so mean. It was so mean. And then Jack had that podcast, which I forget the name of. Was it Jack? Might have been Jack. David is around the station. Okay. Fuck! Not keeping a good eye on my health, that's for sure. But I'm enjoying the conversation. I know Nightfly is active on Twitter. Yeah, I wanted to do one for years, but there was never a right time. Mostly because when I was at my peak of activity on the station, I was a minor. In the community, not on the station itself, but you know what I mean. Yeah, there's a few. There's quite a few. Also, how does Blind do like 12 hours on a Tuesday? Like, how does anybody have the energy for that? Maybe. Ooh. Hold on a second. Take a sip of my tea. There we go. There was at one point though where I did where I was like really active, and after a few months I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna apply to do a show. And yeah. But yeah, there was at one point where I was active again for like several months, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna apply to do a show. And I was talking to Hick and Ryza a lot about it, and I applied, and we were talking like constantly. I even got to do like I even got to host the Twitch stream at one point. And then I never got the email back from Hick. But that's how it goes, right? That's how it goes sometimes. Also, don't tell him I relayed to you that story. Because he probably forgets now. And he'll just probably either be confused or feel bad that he didn't send an email back. And that's not the point of the story. I don't know. Maybe one day I will do it again. I'll apply again. That'd be cool. Especially since now I have a much larger collection of music that I can pull from. I might. Is there space in the Tuesday Night Watch? Because I think there used to be like, because what I wanted to do was like, there was my original plan, which I don't know if, because I haven't done a lot of reading in a while, but my original plan was to do like, book reviews, before Hick at Night. Because I like, because my two favorite shows were on the Tuesday Night Watch. Or is it Thursday? Fuck. No, it's Tuesday. But yeah, if there's still that hour-long gap right there, then maybe. Fuck, I'm thinking about it again. No, I wouldn't want to take over anyone's showtime. That wouldn't be fair. It starts at 10. I wonder if I still have my notes. Because I was reading a book and taking notes for the first review, and I never got to do it. Oh, that is so cool! I would love to be I need to get in there at next Tuesday and just listen. Actually, can I ramble on about a book for an hour? I don't know. Can I even do, like, talk about a... I gotta figure that one out. You're pulling me back into this idea. Yeah. I gotta figure that one out. Because I might be able to do like a 10-minute book review. And then, ooh. Okay. I think I know what I might be able to do, right? View a book for 10 minutes. Maybe 15. I'll have to do like some scripting though. Trying to figure out, do I have the mental energy to read a book a week though? Yet. Because it's been a while since I've done regular reading, right? So I don't know if I can have that mental energy, and you're... And he's gone. I could do like a book for 15 minutes. An episode for 15 minutes. And then pad the remaining half hour with like music. Could do that. Fuck. My wheelhouse is classic game knowledge. There's a lot of Trek games. Like, there's surprisingly a lot of Trek games. Though I don't really know a lot about them, to be fair. I have a very wide wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is more than just classic games. Because, like, I am also, like, a movie nerd and a book nerd. Bit of a history nerd, but not quite as much. Over here. It's gonna take a lot to do every week, yeah. Of course, it doesn't have to be like a book review every single week. More I can do. Could just do like a straight movie show like every 2 weeks, or every other week. Or a, not movie show, a straight music show, and then every other week do a... Took hours to write, record, finish, and edit, yeah. That is true. It's a shame that you're... Oh, you got like those FCC rules that you can only play 3 songs from one album in an hour, right? I would love to do like deep dives of a whole album. And just between tracks discuss it. But if you could only do 3 tracks from one album per hour, then that would be like a 4-hour show, or like a 12-track album. Remember a while back when the EMH had that obsession with Sammy Hagar? Oh, that was so much fun. Like, every time I pop in, EMH was always playing, like 3 or 4 Sammy Hagar tracks per hour. And I thought it was so funny. Somewhere out there has to be a fanfic of the Voyager medical hologram falling in love with Sammy Hagar music. Somebody needs to write that just because of that glitch. Oh god. God, it's been fun doing this reminiscing, Atomos. Thank you so much for stopping in. Moved out of the way of one, and I got hit by the other anyways. Oh. Remember going through a goth phase where every time it tuned in, it was either playing Cure or Depeche Mode. Oh god. I think I have only heard one Depeche Mode song, and I don't even remember the name of it or what it sounds like, but I only know that one song. It's like one of the more famous ones. I've only listened to that one song. Fuck. I need to research what's going on in the Star Trek book world again, because last time I heard anything, they were gonna do like a soft time travel. You haven't seen Castlevania playthrough in decades. Oh, I've been going through it like the past few weeks now. But yeah, I need to look back into the Trek book world, see what's going on there, because last time I looked, they were gonna do like a soft time travel reboot to fit in with Picard. And like only Harry Kim was gonna remember, and the way they were gonna do it was with I barely scratched the surface on Voyager. I think I've only seen the first 2 seasons, but the Red Foreman species, the species played by the guy who plays Red Foreman, that species was the somehow time travel thing, reboot the world or whatever, and that was the plan. Something to do with Harry Kim, and only Harry Kim was gonna remember the old timeline. I think he's. You were watching the VODs? Oh, thank you. Actually, I've been setting up a YouTube channel that, although it's kind of secret at the moment, it does exist somewhere, that I have been sending the VODs to. That's different from the YouTube down below. That YouTube down below is for the Doom stream. And eventually I will be putting an official link, but the VODs are not going to die. The VODs are going to live forever. Shit. No! A few YouTube archives. You know what I'm talking about, by the way? That I know Red Foreman, the guy who played Red Foreman, Kurtwood Smith, played a member of this species in Voyager, and they have something to do with time travel. And apparently they were going to be a part of, like, a timeline reset where only Harry Kim remembered. You know what I'm talking about? One day, harmless Easter egg hunt. And the only one who gets the Easter eggs is gonna be, Dub Cheesy. Didn't Dub Cheesy do his own radio, like, his own audio drama as well? I always wanted to get you two to do, like, a crossover episode. I don't think that ever happened. Like, in the audio drama show. I need to watch... Okay, aside from scattered reruns when I was a kid, Voyager is the Trek show I've seen the least of before the finale of Enterprise. Second least of, because I haven't seen a lot of Enterprise since I was a kid either. And aside from, I want to say 3 episodes of Picard and 2 episodes of, one episode of Lower Decks, which I love that first episode of Lower Decks. I haven't seen anything after Enterprise came out. I'm still in my... It's like I'm pre-Discovery, like, in terms of the Trek I've seen. Practically pre-Enterprise. I know a lot of people aren't liking Lower Decks because they say a lot of the jokes are insert character exists, let's include them. Insert character exists, let's include them. I know they say, a lot of the detractors of that show say that's half the jokes on the show, but for me, who's seen all of the original series, Next Gen, the animated series, and all the movies, except for Insurrection, long story, and like half a DS9, and scattered reruns of everything else when I was a kid, that's like the best! Like, if Baylock from, like, the Tranya guy was in a TNG episode just because, I would lose my mind, you know? That is a show made for the hardcore fans. If half the jokes are like that, then that is a show made for the hardcore fans. Or, apparently there's, like, the corpse of, like, the giant Spock from the animated series? Oh! That's awesome. Also, if Giant Spock is a clone, and Lower Decks... And I bet you, like, because, let's face it, CBS doesn't have, like, deep knowledge of the lore of their show, of their franchises, like the fans do. They're gonna look at half the references and go, and say, what is that? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, that's... And they just go, oh, that's a reference to, oh, the inflatable ship? Yeah, they're like, why is... Like, I don't know if this is in the show, but, like, they're just like, why is there, like, a inflatable duplicate of the Cerritos? Or whatever. And they'd just be like, well, there's a precedent for that. And they're like, when? The last animated show, man! That happened! They already did the inflatable duplicate! You know? Like, it is just, oh... Next, like, I really need to sit down and finish up... Oh my god, like, I need to watch Lower Decks, man, because, like, I am thinking of Lower Decks type shit all the time, you know? I need to watch Lower Decks. I need to finish up all my stuff pre '09 Trek first, because I'm doing like a chronological watching, and I keep taking long ass breaks. I've been doing that for 5 years. But like, oh, I cannot wait to get to Lower Decks. I need to. And like, there was an episode based on like the Naked Now and Naked Time virus thing. Oh, that sounded hilarious. And because it's like an adult comedy, they can get away with the adverse effects of more of the adverse effects of that kind of thing. And apparently they're gonna be on Strange New Worlds as like, but like they're not gonna be live action. They're gonna be the animated characters, which is gonna be kind of funny. I need to catch up. I need to catch up. My mom would probably hate Lower Decks, though. She probably would. She'd probably just go, oh, they're all stupid. But, like, oh. Like, Lower Decks. Oh, fuck, there's an ad in progress. I'll finish. Ooh. There's a 10. Okay, the ad's finished. I was about to say... Sorry, I schedule ads, that way, like, people don't get random ads in the middle of nowhere. But anyways... Lower Decks was made for us. Fuck. I need to play ESO again. I never got very far. And it feels like every time I play ESO, I run into, like, a random crash. But I do have a beefier machine now than back then. Maybe I should give ESO another chance. No, just let me crouch. There we go. I haven't dug too deep into... Did I say ESO when I meant STO? STO. I'm talking about STO. I need to dig real deep into STO. Yeah, I mean, that's really nice. Because then we can do that. They leave room for us to take it seriously. Damn it. But I am so looking forward, to finally getting around to, you know, all the modern stuff. because basically the only thing after Enterprise that I've seen, aside from those 5 episodes, the only stuff I've seen is the JJ trilogy, which I love. I love that trilogy. It is... like, I love that trilogy so much. Beyond is fantastic, 09 is fantastic, Into Darkness, pretty good. Also, in my chronological watching, I should probably tell you about my chronological order. Not completely chronological, mostly chronological, but not completely. So, original series, animated series, then select episodes from Star Trek Continues in Phase and New Voyages Phase 2. Which ones do I exclude? I exclude a couple of them from New Voyages Phase 2. Like I exclude The Child because it is already in it's already in Next Gen. I exclude In Harm's Way. I also exclude Enemy Starfleet because I want to keep it to 20 episodes. And I also exclude Katoomba. I exclude Katoomba for one reason. Because it kills the mystery of the new Klingon designs. But anyways, so that is kind of like my Season 5 of Next Gen, or original series right there. My own personal remix Season 5. Also, I exclude Episode 0. But, yeah. And then after that, obviously it goes to the motion picture, but it doesn't go to Wrath of Khan yet. It goes to the first season of Next Gen. I've already finished up all of Next Gen in the movie, so I'm not that far back. It goes to the first season of Next Gen, then it goes to Wrath of Khan, and then I just kind of weave the movies between each season of Next Gen. If there's a two-parter, that is the finale and the premiere, then those get watched in one sitting. But, I just start weaving the movies, and it makes episodes like Relics and Unification that much more exciting. And I typically do like a season-by-season chronological order, rather than episode-by-episode. But there is one exception to it. Halfway through, is it season 6? Right after, what is that episode? The two-parter with the Chain of Command, that one, the There Are Four Lights two-parter. Right after that one, I do the first. I did the first season. Of the first season of DS9. And then I finished up Season 6 of Next Gen. Is it Season 6? It's Season 6, yeah. Because if you don't do it like that, then two issues come up. Number one, if you do Season 6 of Next Gen after Season 1 of DS9, you don't get that mini goodbye arc for O'Brien. Like, or you do get it, but it just feels out of place. But if you do it after Season 6, then that crossover episode is not as cool. if you do season 1 of DS9 after season 6 of TNG, that one crossover episode is just destroyed because you don't know anything about Deep Space Nine. You don't know, like, you see Julian there and you're like, who the hell is that guy? So you gotta do it right after Chain of Command, otherwise it doesn't make sense. But then after that, it is weaving each season. And once the original series goes, it's 2 seasons, or it's, season 2 and 3 of Deep Space Nine. Correct order, I have this in a text file. Yeah, okay, it's, 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine, where is it? So yeah, it's seasons 2 and 3, no, okay, after season 3 of, yeah, after, trying to remember where the Mirror Mirror episode was, but you do the first season of, Voyager before the season with the first Return to the Mirrorverse episode. And then you do 2 seasons of DS9 again, and then it's just the straight weave. And then I don't remember where chronologically the movies fit in anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't. And it's just a straight weave that way. And then, after Nemesis, it's Enterprise. Now, why is it Enterprise? Okay. So, Nemesis is after Enterprise because of release order, obviously, but also... Sorry, before Enterprise. Nemesis is before Enterprise, because release order, obviously, but also because there's one episode where they find the, where they find a bit of Borg ship under the ice. And that Borg ship crashed down during First Contact. So Enterprise is an offshoot timeline. Or at least that episode is an offshoot timeline. But I'm going to say the whole of Enterprise is an offshoot timeline. Now, there's another thing that aids in my offshoot timeline theory. So if you look at the star dates, this is getting very, very deep nerdy, but if you look at the star dates for Metamorphosis and Gamesters of Triskelion in the original series, one of those episodes takes place in the middle of the other. Fuck. One of those episodes takes place right in the middle of the other. And what does Metamorphosis happen to be about? Meeting Zephyr and Cochrane after he disappeared. Now, they talk about Cochrane's disappearance at some point in Enterprise. So I'm thinking, if First Contact didn't happen, Zephyr and Cochrane would not have disappeared. And they would have gone to Triskelion instead of the Metamorphosis planet. But in reality, it's because the writers weren't paying attention to the star dates. But my fan theory is that Metamorphosis is the branch timeline that contains Enterprise. Is part of that timeline. And that's why we... And so in the timeline featuring Enterprise, my theory is that Gamesters of Triskelion never happened. Gamesters of Triskelion never happened, and Zephyr and Cochrane never disappeared. No. Yes. If First Contact never happened, then I am definitively stating that Metamorphosis didn't happen. would not have happened. And in its place, we would have had Gamesters of Triskelion. Also, apologies if this is going over anybody's heads. Fuck. I think I whip slower on the stairs. No, I don't. I just whip slowly in general, because there's like a few frames of animation. This is the long-ass rant. You've heard a few people mention Enterprises all the time, but have you heard anyone mention... Wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here? That's weird. It showed up on here, didn't show up on here for like 30 extra seconds. That is weird. That is weird. But yeah, so basically the broadcast software is over there and chat shows up on screen here, and that's what you see. Over here is what I see, and that's the dashboard. But anyways, specifically I meant the going over people's head thing was the, was one episode not happening and the other happening. But yeah, those star dates, that episode, those two episodes right there, is proof that those star dates are bullshit. Or in the original series. And first season of Next Gen. Actually, star dates in general are bullshit. Because... you're supposed to... like, because... how do I say this? Star dates allege that there are 1,000 days in a year. Which I really doubt. I really doubt that Starfleet has changed the day to be the year to be 3 times longer than it actually is. Or 3 times longer than the Earth year. Because that means lives are shorter. And we know clearly that they are much longer, unless they are much, much longer. My nephew is screaming about some random nonsense right now. Imagine if a Stardate year was 3 times longer than the Earth year and nobody told anybody. We just went along with... and they didn't explain that, where just like the year was 3 times longer or something. And nobody mentioned anything. Makes sense, because like 1,000 days or whatever. But like, we live... If in Star Trek, like, people are living 120 years old or whatever, right? And that's by Stardate years, and Stardates have 1,000-day years in them, then oh my god, they're not, living to 120, they're living to fucking 360. Like, it's a little bit more than 3 times, but you know what I mean. $360, if they've extended the year to 3 times the amount to have 1,000 days. But really, it's just, it's just the writers not realizing that, Stardates, or not caring that Stardates are bullshit. Or knowing that Stardates are bullshit and not caring. I never told you this, but I had an idea for like the first episode opener if I were to do that book show. And it was going to be like... Oh, this is going to sound very weird because it doesn't make any sense. But we're going with it. Actually, I'll wait until after because somebody's in the hall. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. So I was telling you, Atomos, about the idea for an intro for the first episode I was going to do of that show. And the idea was... It was going to be like an audio recreation of that ending scene from Ferris Bueller, like, oh god, I'm late. And I have to get there real fast before anyone notices. And it was going to start with, like, me in some kind of bar telling the story of one of my RPG game stories as if it was real. Specifically, there's this one story where I ripped off a Ferengi. In the game, I was playing a half-Vulcan, but was raised more human, so he's kind of chaotic, right? And the story was, at that point, I wanted to get a cask of Romulan ale. And like, okay, well, and at that point, they were illegal again, or whatever. This would have been post-Nemesis, by the way. At that point, in the game, Romulan ale was illegal again. And we were in, we were on Kronos, right? In a bar. And, by the way, I was improvising with the DM, and I was like, oh shit, I need a bar name. And the DM was like, I said to the DM, can you give me a bar name? And the DM was like, well, make one up. And I'm like, okay, the Warrior's Den. Cause that was the first Klingon bar name I could think of. Anyways, in this bar, we were looking for a Ferengi, or anybody, to sell a cask, or to sell us a cask of, Romulan ale. And it happened to be a Ferengi. So we set up the deal, and I convinced him, like, okay, we'll meet in an alley with the cask, and then you give us the cask, we give you the money. And, what happened was, I secretly had a communicator up to our android on the ship. And the Ferengi gave us the cask before I gave him the money. And I said to the Ferengi, of course, you gave us the cask, and of course, as goes the 17th rule of acquisition, a contract is a contract is a contract. And then I just reveal the communicator and shout, but only among Ferengi, and then I shout at our android on the ship, beam us up now! So I ripped off a Ferengi with the rules of acquisition, and it was just, oh, so satisfying. So satisfying. And so the idea was, I was going to start by telling that story, and then the person I'm telling the story to in this bar was going to be like, hey, aren't you running late? And I'm like, no, I'm not that late. I'm like, oh my god, I'm late. And then suddenly it goes into an audio version of the running scene from Ferris Bueller. And that was the idea at the time. That was like, I don't know, almost 6 years ago. I was 18 at the time. And now I'm 24. And I'm surprised I still remember that whole idea. But some ideas stick with you for a while, you know? One day, I need to get the right group to do it, but one day I would love to do a tabletop RPG Star Trek game again. Because that was so much fun. Unfortunately, I would have to run it. I would not be able... like, odds are, I would have to get some new people who don't know Star Trek that well, which means I would have to run it. Because then I would have the knowledge. And then it would just turn into, like an outsider watching Lower Decks and like, I don't get... Why is there a giant Spock skeleton? They wouldn't get it. Oh, and I'd never be able to do it. But yeah, if you ever get the chance to rip off a Ferengi, use the rules of acquisition against them. Oh. Oh, I wish we would have stayed in that, like, towards the end of that campaign, unfortunately, we went to an alternate universe where there was no Starfleet. And Quark was working with Jabba the Hutt as equals. I wish I could just go back to, like, and play in a pure Trek game. That would be so much fun. One day. Yeah, I got hit there. We are well past my usual... Oh. The camera is off kilter. And I didn't notice that. Still off kilter. Close enough, you can see the Genesis, that's all that matters. That Genesis over my shoulder is like a targeting point to make sure that the camera is on target. Ooh, maybe a Genesis game next would be cool. I'm not quite sure. No, wrong way. Oh, we got him. We finally got past that bit. Shit. I tried to jump and then I didn't jump. Oh, we're all the way back here? Alright, I'm gonna give myself like 20-something more minutes and then stream is done. I don't have... I can't go to midnight, unfortunately. I need that. Fuck. Bad timing. There we go. I just wanted to see if I could do it that eye. Fuck, this music still kicks ass. Like, we've been on this for, like, basically 2 hours. Oh, we got it. We've been on this one level for basically 2 hours. Ooh. No, that's not gonna work. Fuck! Oh, wait. I feel like that should not have counted, just because of my spot on the stairs. But, oh well. Not a smart start there. Not a smart start. Those two hunchbacks are the worst. Need that. No. So I was holding down left, right? Holding down left. And for some reason, like, oh yeah, you want to go up? Does that mean you want to go up the stairs? Like, no, it does not mean I want to go up the stairs. Okay, good. I haven't seen a secret meatloaf anywhere. Or roast beef or whatever. That was an accident. Is it a welcome accident? Probably not. Did I get a life back there when I don't know. Why are there two of them? Secret meatloaf right there, I think. Secret meatloaf. I guess technically it's a pork chop, but meatloaf, whatever. That one's gone. One more? No? 6 of those? Took 6 of them. That's nuts. I don't think that should count. Purely by the laws of depth. Don't. Fuck. Okay, you know what? We've already gone 45 minutes into overtime. Shit. Adamos, thank you so much for showing up. You got me pumped for an extra 45 minutes. I needed that. I really needed that, because I've been in more than 45 minutes, because I've been always ending like a half hour early lately. And just gave me a pump to get to the full length and 45 minutes, so thank you for that. But I'm going to stop now. We're going to look for somebody to raid. Who's on? My friend John Slice is on. He's playing a, what is this? A horror game called Black Book? Or is it an RPG? Yeah, we're gonna go with him. He's playing an RPG called Black Book, and we're gonna just do a raid there. Thank you all so much for watching. Next time we will stream is over on YouTube. Check down below. We will be streaming Doom. And then next week we're going to do a week of Undertale, and then we'll be back to Castlevania again. But until then, we're going to be raiding my friend John Slice. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, you're welcome, Adamos. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Raid counter's going. We're going to stop now. Have a good one.